In this section, we're going to talk about scoring the trial. Scores are based upon the individual performance and not the merits of the case. Each judge will complete their own score sheet. So again, score sheets are an online score sheet, and that link will be sent with your judging material. Each trial element is scored from 1 to 10 points. On your score sheet, you'll see a drop-down menu that gives the option of using whole numbers only. You will not be able to score using decimals, fractions, or half points or anything like that. For the witnesses, as you score them, you should keep in mind that half of their points should come from their direct examination portion and half from their cross-examination. We also ask that scoring be done in the moment after each trial element, and you should not wait until the trial concludes to score the entire trial. We guarantee you will not remember what witness said what or in the opening said what after listening to the entire trial. So make sure you score in the moment with each trial element. There will be no ties permitted in the total points. And the way the score sheet is set up is if it comes to a tie, your submit button should not be accessible. You'll need to make that change to make sure that the score does not end as a tie. You'll see on the next few slides our scoring rubric, but in your head, you should start around a 6 to 7 for each trial element and move up or down accordingly. 6 to 7 is going to be considered our average score. So there should be relatively few 10s and relatively few 4s, and we do not expect any score lower than 4. There's going to be no time for any deliberation with any other judging panelists, so it's going to be you and your impressions in scoring compared to our rubric. And we ask that each judge submit their own score within 15 minutes of the trial finishing. Again, this shouldn't be a problem because you'll be scoring each element in the moment, so there shouldn't be anything to really go back and double check on. The scoring rubric, and this is our expectations of what each element is going to be going through. You'll see at the top is what you should be looking for when evaluating an attorney's performance, and the bottom segment of what you're looking for when evaluating a witness's performance. Those are the things that you're going to be keeping in mind, and you'll be thinking through as you listen to each trial element. That translates to our scores here. Again, as we talked about, that 6 to 7 is considered our average range. And you work your way up to the above average or down to below average. At the top of the scale, a 10 should be reserved for elite performances in that trial element. As you work your way down, 1 through 4s really aren't scores that we anticipate seeing because that's just showing that there's really very limited or no evidence to be able to actually score the trial element. Your online scoring sheet will follow along and mirror the trial that you see going in that order. Again, each element gets scored and each judge should score in the moment as each trial element is conducted. The score sheet is through a web-based portal, so you can access it on the same computer you're using as in your Zoom meeting or on another device, whether it's a second monitor, a second computer, or a tablet or cell phone, something like that. You'll also have access to a team roster, which is a Google document where the teams will have provided which team is presenting which side of the case and which students are playing which roles. You'll want to use this document to help you with your scoring, watching who's doing what, and it'll help you determine the best attorney and best witness of the trial. Because your final element that you will need to score is determining that best attorney and best witness. So on the bottom of your score sheet, you'll be asked to rank the top 3 attorneys from the trial and type their name into that section of the score sheet. You'll also be asked to rank the top 3 witnesses from the trial, typing their names into that section of the score sheet. Again, use the Google document and team roster to help you identify the names of the best attorney and best witness. Once the form is completely filled out with all the scores and the outstanding attorneys and witnesses, you'll be able to submit the score sheet.